Hello everyone, in this video, we dive into the horror genre and explore the best top 10 horror films of the of 2023, from chilling thrillers to supernatural scares. Include highly anticipated releases that are sure to keep audiences on the edge of their seats. Get ready for a spine-tingling journey as we explore the most haunting and terrifying films. In this carefully selected list, we aim to provide you with clear explanations. Please stay with us, watch the full video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get the latest and best movies news must be watched. Number 1. Evil Dead Rise. When a large scale of earthquake happened, it caused a huge crack open in a parking garage below an apartment building. The crack opens into an old bank vault where the Book of the Dead is being held. A teenager named Danny finds an old book buried in the wall and 3 phonograph records from 1923. He collects all of them and takes it to his apartment, flips through it, and plays the vinyl records, which includes some words from Bruce Campbell's Ash Williams, as well as the incantation that unleashes the evil. Ellie, the mother of the children, is possessed by an unseen nightmarish dimension of evil, and she begun hunted every single of her family member. Evil Dead Rise elevates an already impressive horror franchise to new heights, unleashing twisted and unsettling terrors upon the mind. With each drop of blood spilled, the excitement only intensifies. Evil Dead Rise is a 2023 American supernatural horror film written and directed by Lee Cronin. It is a standalone entry in the 5th installment in the Evil Dead film series.
What she said to me. Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix. What will be.
Number 2. Barbarian. Arriving in town for a job interview, a young woman reaches her Airbnb rental late at night to encounter an unexpected, embarrassing situation. The house has been mistakenly double-booked and is already occupied by a strange man. Against her better judgment, she decides to stay the night anyway with stranger. After a while, the guy told her to use bedroom and he decides to sleep and lounge. When she wakes up in the middle of the night, she is shaken to find her bedroom door has been opened after she tried to get stranger guy has in a deep sleep. Soon she discovers that there is much more to be afraid of in the house than the other house guest. The movies focus on the house owned by a guy named Frank, who abducted, imprisoned, and raped women in the basement. It's a fair assumption that he killed and buried most of his prey somewhere in the lair beneath his house. Due to Frank's prolonged abduction of women and the authorities' inability to catch the culprit, the locals opt to sell their properties and relocate to a different neighborhood. However, the area's negative image makes it challenging for anyone to sell their homes, resulting in abandonment and the creation of a ghost town filled with rundown houses. Barbarian is a 2022 heart-stopping and nerve-wracking that sends shivers down the spine American horror thriller film written and directed by Zach Craig.
Yeah?
This is 476 Barbary, right?
Yeah, I'm renting this place.
What am I supposed to do?
Why don't you come inside?
Keith!
Number 3. The Nun, Chapter 2. The story is set in 1952 and follows a Catholic priest and a young nun-to-be who are sent by the Vatican to investigate the mysterious death of a nun in Romania. They discover the dark history of an abbey where they encounter supernatural forces, including the malevolent presence of Valak taking the form of a demonic nun. The film delves into the origins of Valak, exploring its haunting and malevolent influence on the abbey. The movie starts when a boy arrives at a church to meet with Father Noiret for their daily chores. Both hears a noise of glass breaks violently. Together they proceed towards the altar. However, Noiret is raised into the air, set on fire, and burned to death. To investigate a series of deaths, Nun Irene and Deborah travel to meet with a librarian. He explains that Valak was an angel rejected by God, and the symbol on Noiret's rosary is the family crest of Saint Lucy, who was martyred by a pagan. The librarian suggests that the demon is killing because he is looking for something powerful hidden from an earlier time in a former monastery turned winery. Present day, the winery became the boarding school. The nuns continue their investigation by traveling to the boarding school. The Nun Chapter 2 is a 2023 American Gothic supernatural horror film directed by Michael Chavez.
This demon was once an angel.
It wants that power back.
Number 4. Insidious: The Red Door. The franchise is known for its strange and frightening atmosphere, effective jump scares, and a mythology involving the concept of astral projection, where individuals can leave their physical bodies and enter a spiritual realm. It explores themes of family, trauma, and the existence of malevolent entities from another realm. The Insidious chapter continue to put their demons to rest once and for all. Father and son must go deeper into the further than ever before, facing their family's dark past and a host of new and more horrifying terrors that lurk behind the red door. As we rejoin the Lamberts, we're reminded that son Dalton and his father Josh had their memories wiped 9 years ago, so they would never again be tempted to astral project into the further and leave their bodies vulnerable to possession by dark forces. Now Dalton is an artist just starting at a college with worryingly dim lighting and unreliable power. When he follows a charismatic teacher's instructions to go deep into his subconscious, he discovers memories of a strange door that threaten to destabilize his mental health. Across the country, Josh is experiencing his own nightmares and will have to delve into his own past to confront this new threat. This psychological horror movies delve into the human mind, exploring fears, anxieties, and the depths of the subconscious. Insidious: The Red Door is a 2023 American supernatural horror film directed by Patrick Wilson.
When you awaken the dead, the further you travel, the riskier your journey will become.
Number 5. Cobweb. Something is going bump in the night in Peter's bedroom. Soon, those nightly bumps start to sound like a voice trapped in the wall. At first, that voice scares Peter, but as his parents grow more exasperated with his behavior, the voice in the wall becomes a source of comfort, a disembodied guardian angel of sorts, who, as Peter will soon realize, is not all that she seems and whose advice is not always so pure. Cobweb is a movie about an 8-year-old Peter who, plagued by a mysterious, constant tap from inside his bedroom wall, a tapping that his parents insist is all in his imagination. As Peter's fear intensifies, he believes that his parents could be hiding a terrible, dangerous secret and questions their trust. When Peter tries to investigate the mysterious knocking sounds that are coming from inside the walls of his house, unveiling a dark secret that his sinister parents have kept hidden from him. Director Samuel Bowden bring UD this exceptional horror movies are characterized by their unforgettable and innovative endings, which not only effectively wrap up their storyline and enhance their underlying themes, also linger in one's mind for an extended period of time. Cobweb is a 2023 American supernatural horror film directed by Samuel Bowden.
Mom?
It's okay. It was just a bad dream.
Number 6. Saw X. Saw X features an extensive backstory that takes up a good portion of the runtime. With this film, we get real insight into John Kramer's life between the first and second movies in the franchise. We see John embarks on a journey to Mexico, seeking a daring and innovative medical intervention in the pursuit of a miraculous cure for his cancer. After John Kramer undergoing to an MRI scan at a medical facility, and he informed by a physician that his advanced brain cancer has left him with only a few months to live, a doctor must try to perform a risky and experimental medical miracle. However, it quickly turns out that John Kramer has been the victim of extensive fraud. Saw is an American horror media franchise created by James Wan and Lee Whannell, which began with the eponymous 2004 film, and rapid rise of this phenomenon soon captured the attention of people across the globe, making it a prominent figure in popular culture worldwide. The franchise has expanded into various films and other media, including television series, video games, even in comic magazine. Saw X is the 10th installment in the Saw film series, is a 2023 American horror film directed and edited by Kevin Gruder.
Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game. The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alone. Live or die. The choice is yours.
Number 7. Talk to Me. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill, until one of them goes too far and opens the door to the spirit world, forcing them to choose who to trust, the dead or the living. Teens figured out a new way to contact the dead as a thrill-seeking new challenge. It was all fun and games until one person suffering from grief and unsolved trauma is looking for more. At a crowded house party, there is a lit candle to guide the spirit. The person is tied to the chair and shall hold the hand, say talk to me, and then I let you in to enable the spirit to possess his or her body. The most important is that the connection shall be interrupted before 90 seconds. Mia volunteers to the experiment and is excited with the experience and decides to repeat at Sue's home. However, this time the period of 90 seconds is exceeded, with tragic consequences to Riley, and Mia is haunted by the spirit of her mother that guides her. Talk to Me is a 2022 Australian supernatural horror film directed by Danny and Michael Philippou. The movie was theatrically released in Australia on July 27, 2023.
Can I not go for more than 90 seconds? Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay. Put your hand on it. Now say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
Number 8. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. In 1897, in Bulgaria, the ship Demeter receives boxes of soil to transport to London with a promise of a bonus for each crew member if they deliver on time. Captain Elliot expects to retire after their journey and recommend his first mate watch check to his position. When the ship reaches in the middle of the blue, the dog and the livestock in the board found dead. When they investigate what the cargo holds, they find a young woman, Anna, barely alive, but one of the crew saves her life with successive blood transfusion. Soon they learn that there is something evil on board. The crew, fearing a rabies outbreak, throws them all overboard. Anna, the secret stowaway, wakes up and warns them about a monster from Transylvania, a creature that feeds the blood of humans. In her town, they called it Dracula, to whom she was given as a slave of blood so that the monster would leave them alone. She claims that Dracula is already aboard the ship and looking to feed. The Last Voyage of the Demeter is a 2023 American supernatural horror film directed by Andre Ovredal.
He's coming!
We call him Dracula.
Number 9. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving film based on Roth's fictitious movies of the same name from Grindhouse 2007. The plot centers on the murderous rampage of a serial killer named John Carver, who arrives in a small Massachusetts town during the holiday season with the intention of using its residents as his Thanksgiving feast. The movie is about the myriad ways everyone meets death at the hands of the mystery killer, and the single thread of suspense revolves around the identity of the killer, who stages a new massacre disguised in a pilgrim costume, wearing the mask of John Carver, the first governor of the Plymouth colony and the man who invented Thanksgiving. Picking off residents one by one, what begins as random revenge killings are soon revealed to be part of a larger, sinister holiday plan. Thanksgiving is an upcoming American slasher film directed by Eli Roth from a screenplay written by Jeff Rendell and a story by Roth.
It is going to be a very happy Thanksgiving.
Let's eat.
Number 10. The Mistress. The Mistress begins with a newly married, love-struck couple, Madeline and Parker, moving into their lavish new house. The house was over 100 years old, and it was the history preserved within the walls that intrigued the couple. As they settle in, they discover a collection of 100-year-old letters from a young woman who committed suicide after being abandoned by the original owner of the home. As the couple digs into the increasingly obsessive correspondence, a mysterious woman arrives with a horrifying secret that threatens their lives. The Mistress is written and directed by Greg Pritikin. He has come a long way since his early comedies, including The Underrated Dummy. The writer-director now enters horror territory with The Mistress, starring a cast of up-and-comers including John Magaro, Kat Cunning, and Chasen Harmon.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I live next door.
I'm Madeline. This is my husband.
We just got married.
He had a stalker.
I think she might be back.
Do you know Rebecca?
She was the mistress. She committed suicide.
Call 911.
You've ruined my life.
I am your life.
Hope you enjoy the video. Ensure that you subscribe the channel to receive the most recent updates and new movies.